Okay guys, now this listening test is from the latest Ielts book, Cambridge Ielts book number 16. So I'm just going to go through this test for the first time with you guys. I've been through the audios, I cut the audios as well, and we will go on with that. So this test is going to provide you the latest understanding of Ielts listening. This book has been released recently and I got the copy. I'll share that with you as well. Like after a couple of weeks, because I want to use this book for your mock tests. Once we are done with that, then I'll give you the book along with audios and everything, right? So don't worry about it. GT book has not been released yet. It's going to be out in a couple of weeks as well, so you'll get that also. Thank goodness my students all over the world, whenever there is anything new, they share with me and I pass it on. Okay, so I don't want to die with the treasure of books which I never shared with anyone. That's what people do. Anyways, now we've got this listening test part 1, and if you are looking for a decent or reasonable bench score, you should try to get 10 out of 10 in part 1, right? Because if you need like 8,777 and you do 7 out of 10 in part 1, see that the donkey has gone into the well. Punjabi khota khuje pe gaya, right? And then you will have this feeling that I wanted to get 8 band, do yahi pe galat ho gaye, what should I do now, right? So please, I mean, this is the feeling. When you start the test, if you get every right answer will give you confidence and it will release a chemical inside you. That chemical will boost your confidence and you will find every answer. And if you miss an answer, don't worry about it, just leave it. Later on you can guess and all. It's not that you say, okay, what was that, and then you miss the other audio as well, right? So that's the thing. Anyways, now let's take a start. Part 1, complete the notes below. By the way, in part 1, they always give notes completion. And in new IELTS tests, it's only it's always one word only. Sometimes if the test is old, then it can be no more than 2 words, but otherwise one word only. And one more thing, if you come across multiple choice questions in IELTS listening part 1, don't think the test format has been changed. My teacher never told me. This is what happened with one of my students. Ladies get confused so suddenly. What happened? She opened the test, part 1, multiple choice. She said, "Hi, main mar gayi." Multiple choice in part 1, they never gave. Meri kismat kharab. And that feeling went on in part 2, part 3, part 4. And by the way, if they give you multiple choice in part 1, you know the options are like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You have to choose one. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So if you have, now what will happen? So that feelings are important. On the test day, your feelings are important. When I went to take my first IELTS test, on the way, I listened to Elton John's song, my favorite songs, and I was like, you know, I'm going to take IELTS test and like that. So feelings are important. Don't fight with anyone. Have a very good day, right? Say hello to everybody. Be cheerful. Smile, laugh, be happy, and take the test. Otherwise, if you say 38,000, now what will happen? So this pressure is not going to, when you are in pressure, 2 things happen. Either you outperform or you underperform, right? Just imagine a pressure. A dog is running after you. And then you will tell the dog, I can run faster than you. Yeah? So that is pressure. And you will outperform in that pressure, because you want to save your life. Otherwise, if the same pressure and you just surrender to that pressure, then you underperform. So use pressure, a little pressure, to outperform, not to underperform, right? Now, let's take a start. One word only and or a number. Children's engineering workshops. I just want you to see children playing with blocks or doing some engineering projects and all that, so you can understand better. Like the same classroom, there are children doing something related to engineering and all that. You can see there are 3 headings. One is tiny engineers, and then there is the age 4 to 5. So the first talk is going to be about this. And how many questions are there? 3 questions in this part. Second is junior engineers, ages 6 to 8. How many questions? 4. No, 5. And then location, how many questions? 2. So these are 3 parts of the audio, right? Now and by the way, they may start from 1 to 3 first, then half-minute break, and then they go on with 4 to 10, or they may start from 1 to 7 first, and after half-minute, the rest of the questions. But you should do one thing: when they give you half-minute to read the questions, try to read all the questions, number 1. Number 2, when they give you half-minute to check your answers, you should go on to the next section. There is nothing to check. You have 10 minutes at the end. Go on to next section, and you should just do it in a very cunning way, right? Because sometimes invigilators don't allow you to do that. So don't just do something like this, right? Just go on, like you used to do cheating, yeah? Didn't you do any cheating when you were small? Yeah, all right, once I cheated. Okay, yeah. Now those who say they didn't cheat, they lie. They are still cheating. Yes, okay. So question number 1, activities. Now just imagine activities, the first subheading, activities. Create a cover for an. An means the word will start with the vowel A, E, I, O, U. An means the word is going to be a noun. An means the word is going to be singular. A singular noun starting with vowel is going to be the answer. And then they say, so they can drop it from a height without breaking it. Something, they make a cover, then they drop that from a height, and then that thing is not broken. Now I play the audio, listen carefully, and when I ask you, then tell me the answer. Don't tell me the answer during the audio. As audio is going on, you say, orange is the answer. Not like that, okay? Just sit quietly. When I ask you, then you tell me.
Hello, Children's Engineering Workshops.
Oh, hello. I wanted some information about the workshops in the school holidays.
Sure.
I have 2 daughters who are interested. The younger one's Lydia. She's 4. Do you take children as young as that?
Yes. Our tiny engineers workshop is for 4 to 5-year-olds.
What sorts of activities do they do?
All sorts. For example, they work together to design a special cover that goes round an egg, so that when it's inside, they can drop it from a height and it doesn't break. Well, sometimes it does break, but that's part of the fun.
Right.
So, egg, that's right? Doesn't break. Sometimes it breaks also, right? So it's fun. Check their engineering. They put egg in a pillow type thing, then they throw it from there and it's not broken. All right, for children, this engineering is enough. So the answer is egg. Now don't ask me, sir, boiled egg or fried egg? It's one word only. So the answer is egg. That's it. And you don't even need to write an. An is already written. An is a word in Ielts. Only punctuation marks are not words. Otherwise, everything is counted as a word. So egg is the right answer. E-G. Yeah, at least you should know this. Yeah, you are this small when you learn egg and all that. Then there was the picture. Now let's go on. Question number 2. Take part in a competition to build the tallest, underline tallest, and write their highest. Okay, underline tallest and write their highest. Whatever they say with highest, that will be the answer. Clear? So no mistake in part 1. Again, I'm telling you. Let's see. They said take part in a competition to build the highest something, tallest something, or any other thing like that. Let's see what that is.
And Lydia loves building things. Is there any opportunity for her to do that?
Well, they have a competition to see who can make the highest tower. You'd be amazed how high they can go.
Right.
Well done. Who can make the highest tower? Now, tallest and highest. So this is how you will read. Underline a word like that so that you could see what they speak for that word, and answer will come right after that. Question number 3. Make a dash powered by a balloon. For make, they can use any other word. Right? Powered by a balloon means it runs with the power of a balloon. Make a dash powered by a balloon. Let's see.
But they're learning all the time as well as having fun. For example, one thing they do is to design and build a car that's attached to a balloon, And the force of the air in that actually powers the car and makes it move along. They go really fast too.
Okay, well, all this sounds perfect.
Design and build a car, and then they tie up. Check their engineering, huh, pagal? Yeah, that's what our children do every day in our streets. They are even bigger engineers than them, right? You just have a car, you tie it with the balloon. When the wind blows, the car is going with the balloon. Wow, engineering. Okay, all right. अंग्रेजों के लिए यही engineering है. Yeah, for children, this is the engineering. All right. Is that all clear? Make, for make they use the word, right? So, okay. Next we have junior engineers. When you come for Ielts classes, you should drink some water. You should drink some water so that you feel active and alert, right? I hope you got the message. Junior engineers, ages 6 to 10, activities. Now this is the second one. Build model cars, trucks and dash. Very simple. Cars, trucks, and now that may come even before or it may come after. Cars, trucks and dash. They may say trucks, dash and cars, or they may say dash, trucks and car. So this word can come anywhere, but you have to find the third words. Two words are already there. The third word may come before or after, and the type of word is mode of transport, because they said cars, trucks and anything like that. Okay, let's go on. Question number 4, please.
Now, Carly, that's my older daughter, has just had her 7th birthday. So, presumably, she'd be in a different group.
Yes, she'd be in the junior engineers. That's for children from 6 to 8.
And do they do the same sorts of activities?
Some are the same, but a bit more advanced. So they work out how to build model vehicles, things like cars and trucks, but also how to construct animals using the same sorts of material and technique. And then they learn how they can program them and make them move.
So they learn a bit of coding?
They do. They pick it up really quickly. We're there to help if they need it, but they learn from one another too.
Right.
Okay, so cars, trucks and animals. Now they spoke it with the difference. Are you guys getting the answers? Really? You too? Good. Animals, and they said plural. You see that cars is already plural, trucks is already plural, so you will just write that, animals. Okay, question number 5. Take part in a competition, underline competition, to build the longest. Again, underline the word longest. Now for longest, they might use any other word like kilometers. For example, if I say longest journey, they say 5,000 kilometers away, for example. So it can be any, we call it rewording, we call it paraphrasing, we call it synonyms. They can do anything. Let's just go on.
And do they have competitions too?
Yes. With the junior engineers, it's to use recycled materials like card and wood to build a bridge. And the longest one gets a prize.
That sounds fun. I wouldn't mind doing that myself.
Bridge. See, first they said bridge, the longest one gets the prize. So I want you to make up your minds that they may talk like this, and you have to understand the way they talk. Okay, very good. So far so good, yeah? You all understand? Exactly? Good. Question number 6. Create a short dash with special software. Now short dash. You can underline short and you can underline create. For create they can say make. For short even they can say a 2-minute or a 30-second or a 3-minute something. And with special software. They may say with a special software, with special thing like that. For software even they can use the word computer program. So be ready for that, but your focus is what is it that they have to create, and that is the short one.
Then they have something a bit different, which is to think up an idea for a 5-minute movie and then film it using special animation software.
Okay.
You'd be amazed what they come up with.
And of course, that's something they can put on their phone and take home to show all their friends.
Exactly.
See, a smile comes on the face when you understand, when you find the answer. This smile is actually the winning smile. right? So you should have that. I told you short, and by the way, you know, I've been teaching IELTS for a long time. Now I understand, okay, that how they play and all that stuff, right? So short, for short, they use the word 5 minutes. So the answer is movie or film. They use the word movie in the audio, so movie is fine, perfectly fine. How do you spell Mooli? Movie, yeah, M-O-V-Y-I-E. If your spelling is wrong or incomplete, your answer is wrong, exactly. Question number 7, build, and can you see comma? See that? You must notice that. In reading and listening, you must see that. Build, comma, dash, and program. Now, by the way, build is a verb. Build is a verb. Program is a verb. It means two verbs are given. One verb is missing. They may use synonyms of those two verbs, but the verb which is the answer, they will speak it exactly the same, right? And by the way, build is first form of the verb. So the verb which they are going to use, that will be in first form, right? Build, dash, and program a humanoid robot. Okay, let's see what do they do about it.
And then they also build a robot in the shape of a human, and they decorate it and program it so that it can move its arms and legs.
Perfect.
Perfect. Decorate. Got it? Yeah, they said build it and then decorate it and program it. So now you focus the verb and you found the answer, and comma is important. Let's go on. Cost of 5-week block, £50. It's already given, and by the way, the information which is given, just underline one thing there and move on. You don't need to read everything. Only read where the question is, and otherwise overlook. Now, for example, £50, you can encircle. In the audio, when they say £50, it means ethe pahunch gaye. They have reached here. Now they will come to that. Next, held on dash from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Held on dash, and then the timing. It can be day of the week, right? Held, or it can be the date. Day or date. And again, they can be the trap also, but you should listen carefully and see what is the answer. Held on dash.
So, is it the same price as the Tiny Engineers?
It's just a bit more. £50 for the 5 weeks.
And are the classes on a Monday too?
There used to be, but we found it didn't give our staff enough time to clear up after the first workshop, so we moved them to Wednesdays. The classes are held in the morning from 10 to 11.
Okay.
See
That's
that?
better for me, actually.
There was a trap. Yeah, usually in the questions, if they answer negatively, that's a trap, right? So the answer is Wednesday or Wednesday. How do you spell? N-E-S-S? Yeah, and D-A-Y, day. One of my students, he had this spelling issue with one word in listening. And he said, when I started my reading test, the same word came in reading. I just copied the word. You know, answer sheet is with you. When you're doing your reading, listening answer sheet is with you. It's the double side print. He said, I immediately corrected the spelling and all that. So you can do anything like that. Be smart, right? If you write a wrong spelling and you're doubtful about it, if you find that in reading, you can copy it from there. Okay, guys, now we have location, building, 10A dash industrial estate. It's the name of industrial estate. Dash industrial estate. Do you guys know in Lahore, we have industrial estate. One is Sundar industrial estate. One is Qaid-e-Azam industrial estate, right? So it's going to be the name and you can't miss it. Let's go on.
And what about the location? Where exactly are the workshops held?
They're in building 10A. There's a big sign on the door. You can't miss it. And that's in Fradston Industrial Estate.
Sorry?
Fradston. That's F-R-A-D-S-T-O-N-E.
And that's in Grassford, isn't it?
Yes, or past the station.
Okay, bachchiyan wali gal. All right. So how do you spell? F-R-A-D-S-T-O-N-E. How many words? One word. Yes. That's what I wanted to check. Yeah, stone separately and this separately. It is not going to be wrong, but still you have to be careful. When it is one word only, classroom, write it together. Okay, so Fredstone, F-R-A-D-S-T-O-N-E is the right answer. Question number 10. Plenty of dash is available. Underline plenty of and underline available. Now there is something which is available in abundance. They say we have no issues with that. We've got a lot of dash. So whatever they have in abundance or plenty of, that is going to be the answer. Let's see.
And will I have any parking problems there?
No, there's always plenty available. So, would you like to enroll Lydia and Carly now?
Okay.
Would I have any parking problem? No, there is plenty available. So plenty available means what is available? Parking. Parking will be the answer. Is that clear? Good job.